Hi, thanks for stopping by. I'm so excited to be able to share with you two greeting cards, birthday cards that I made for two men. Well, a 16-year-old and someone a bit older. Anyhow, it can be really difficult trying to figure out what to make for a man because these cards, can easily be so foo-foo. We have so many ribbons and flowers and bling and things to put on our cards, but what do we do for a man? All right, well, I want to start with this card for a 16-year-old boy who obviously loves to play basketball. This card was so much fun to make. I used, for this basketball, I used a cut from Silhouette. I love this paper. It was cut from Paper Studio. It was just $1.99. Actually, I got it 50% off from Hobby Lobby. So when I saw that, I thought, oh yeah, basketball. Got to get that. So from the Silhouette cut, I created the basketball, and then I used some acetate. I believe this is what it's called. And this 2-inch punch by EK Success, and cut it out. Very easy, very quick. The reason I did that was because I wanted to lift the number of the birthday up. My numbers I got from Creative Time Die, and that is a Stitch 4x6 journal. For the letters T and H, these are Creative Time lowercase fun. Okay, you can see that. The shoe also was a Silhouette cut. You'll see the number 43. It's for the young man that is receiving this. He likes this number and to turn it so it has its initials, MJ. This is Have a Happy, and I got that portion. Have a Happy Birthday comes from this, Stamps of Life. And I just took Have a Happy, and I used Versamark Dazzle and Zing to emboss Have a Happy. Notice here. Let me get this up here. It's raised and smooth. And then birthday, I wanted a big birthday to stamp right there. So I got it from a Paper Tray ink, this one here. And it is called Big Birthday Wishes. Probably can't really see that. There we go. I used I think all of this paper is Recollections paper, this pretty blue and this yellow color to symbolize the color of hardwood on a basketball court. I took these 3D foam squares and then I just cut them into really thin pieces to fit underneath. So you can, let's see if it'll show. Can barely see under there how I popped it up, but I popped it up. And everything, oh, and of course the shoe as well is popped up as well. So I'm going to do a close-up on this so you can see the layer of the shoe. Real fun card. It's 6x6. For the envelope, of course, I had to make my own envelope because I didn't have any square envelopes, but I really wanted to make a square card. So what did I use? Of course, I used the envelope maker. Envelope punch board. I think this is so awesome and it was so easy to use. So all I did was I went to 6x6. It told me to cut out 9.5 by 9.5 and to score measured to line it up at 4 3/4, and then I just turned and punch, score, turn, punch, score, turn, punch, score, turn, punch, score, and voila, you get an envelope you just fold together and tape. On the back of this card, I had to stamp. I spent hours creating this card just for you. Don't you dare throw it away. Made just for you because you're priceless and created with love. This first one is a Stamps of Life stamp. This is just a wooden block. This is another Stamps of Life stamp. So that's the first card. The second card I made for an older gentleman. Isn't this so awesome? I love, love, love this card as well. Because two things. It's simple. Simple. I used Papertrey ink paper for the base, which I generally always do. And this gray paper came from World Traveler Stack Die Cuts with a View. I'm sure this is still sold in the stores. I would think. I've had that paper stack for so long. I had to get paper that I could use for cards for men. It says, "Let's celebrate." That stamp also came from one of my Creative Time stamp sets. The Polaroid frame. The Polaroid frame comes from this die made by Papertrey ink. And when you punch it out, it gives you, of course, the frame, and it gives you this cut inside as well as this surrounding area. And so you get 3 pieces out of this. I only needed the one, so that's all I used. The stamp back here that has the date, it's one of those journal card stamps. If you're into Project Life, I don't do that, but I wanted the stamp set. So that stamp set is Journal It. And so I used this one here, and I hid the top portion right underneath. So first I stamped on the gray paper, and then I placed the Polaroid frame on top, circled it, checked the month, and put the day for his birthday. And this is actually doubled up here. This steel die comes from another one of my Creative Time, and I just cut that out of a red piece of paper by Recollections. I didn't use the little ties right here on the end. And then I used London Fog to distress the edges of this paper. If you can see, there's a little bit of distressing around the edges of this paper. So let's celebrate. But I thought it was such a simple card because, let's face it, men are simple. They like simple. 16-year-olds, however, they can go for a little more extra, especially when it's, something that they love. And in this case, it's basketball for this special 16-year-old. I hope you got some good ideas from me. I am very proud of these 2 cards that I was able to make. Simple and youthful. Simple and youthful. Thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel and watching another episode. If you are a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. I'm so excited to finally have 100 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love it if you did. Thanks again. See you soon.